As you are watching my video right now, suppose if there is a paper and pen in your hand and you started writing everything that I tell you. This recorded information or knowledge is called as explicit knowledge. Cognitive scientist. This word sounds really interesting, right? So when I introduce myself as a cognitive scientist, what would have been my journey, how exactly I became one, and how exactly I'm getting the benefit out of this profession. Today I'm going to talk about all of this. Hi, welcome to the next episode of Mindit. My name is Dr. Anamika Chawhan and I'm super excited to talk about what should be the journey of a cognitive scientist. तो सबसे पहले, what is the first thing first? I need to understand what exactly is cognitive science. So my dear friends, consider or imagine one umbrella. Under that umbrella, there are few spikes. All these spikes could be neuroscience, knowledge management, linguistic programming, neuroprogramming, anything and everything related to science, metaphysics, okay? All these scientific aspects which clearly helps us to understand how exactly our brain functions. That is called as cognitive science as the biggest umbrella. So cognitive science is like a big umbrella under which you study psychology, neuroscience, linguistic, and even anthropology. So if you want to become a cognitive scientist, it is important for you to do a PhD in any of the relevant spikes of cognitive science. Once you have done your study under any of these parameters, or you even went ahead and you studied neurology and became a neurologist, gradually you can go ahead and become a research scholar, finish your PhD in cognitive science, which many colleges, many universities are offering these days. Suppose if you have not studied psychology in past and now you have the interest to do your PhD or masters, you can go ahead and be one. You don't need a master's degree in any of the cognitive science related or relevant field to do your PhD in cognitive science relevant field. It is absolutely okay. I did my MBA in HR and IT, and then I did my PhD in knowledge management. So what exactly this knowledge management was about? Suppose, to give you an example, when I am chatting with you, talking to you on one-on-one person, that is called as tacit knowledge. Now, second example of another segment of knowledge management. Suppose I am learning how to drive and my trainer is guiding me how exactly I should be taking care, which all things I should be noticing when I am driving my vehicle. That is considered as implicit knowledge because he is giving me a defined information, a defined set of knowledge. Now, as you are watching my video right now, suppose if there is a paper and pen in your hand and you started writing everything that I tell you. This recorded information or knowledge is called as explicit knowledge. So my knowledge management had to study tacit, implicit and explicit knowledge, all of this together in the field in which I was researching. I will talk about my PhD journey maybe sometime later. Right now, let me bring you back to cognitive science. So what is the scope of a cognitive scientist? बन के करेंगे क्या? You have two options. Number one is you can get into a job. You can find lot many job opportunities in the area of research and development. Also, you can find job opportunities as an analyst, okay, as a senior analyst in companies which are into energy and work. Say for example, solar energy, wind energy, so on and so forth. Your second option in the job category itself is you can even apply to become a professor in any college or university where you wish to teach. if you have this enthusiasm to interact with students, talk about academic value, and you want to keep on nurturing them, you love making syllabus, you love taking a session after session, correcting papers, checking papers, you can even become a lecturer, professor, not just lecturer, a professor, starting with assistant professor, going on to associate professor, and then a professor finally, as you continue and go on teaching in this particular profession of teaching. Your next option as a cognitive scientist can be to become an entrepreneur. You can have varieties of business skills, ideas, which will help your clients or your customers through a service or a product. Take for example, in my business, I have been a principal of a school, director of a company. I am a founder of Magnificent You, which is into coaching and training. So me, as an entrepreneur, I am into a business of helping people to live a magnificent life. Also, I coach people to become a coach who can carry on this torch and help other people to become a coach. So this way, I am living my entrepreneurial life. So what do you think? Isn't cognitive scientist an interesting way to grow further in life? Because, my dear friends, remember, learning never stops. I still learn, I still research, I still study lot many trending things which will help me to understand how the mind functions, and I can help others to make them understand, or if it is their overthinking, why exactly they are procrastinating, how exactly they are supposed to have a sound sleep, and how exactly they can grow 10x, 3x, 4x depending upon whether they are achieving their targets or goals correctly or not. I hope this was helpful. If you need any other support from me, please share it in the comment section, okay? Or you can send me an email on info@anamikachawhan.com. All the very best, and I'm ready to help you more and more. Take care.